Jai Swaminarayan. Good morning to all. Today I am going to teach you chapter number 6, My Childhood. This chapter is written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Let's discuss about the author. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, in full, Abul Pakir Zainul Abidin Abdul Kalam, born on October 15, 1931 in Rameshwaram, India, and died in July 27, 2015 at Shillong. Indian scientists and politicians who played a leading role in the development of India's missile and nuclear weapon programs. He was President of India from 2002 to 2007. So let's start the chapter. I was born into a middle-class Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram in the erstwhile Madras state. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam says that he was born into the middle class family, into the middle class Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram. So Rameshwaram is an island in the erstwhile Madras state. उस टाइम पे ये रामेश्वरम जो आइलैंड था वो मद्रास स्टेट को बिलोंग करता था. My father Zainul Abidin had neither much formal education nor much wealth. Despite these disadvantages, he possesses great innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. I was one of many children, a short boy with rather undistinguished looks, born to tall and handsome parents. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said that he was one of many children, a short boy with undistinguished means ordinary look. He was born to tall and handsome parents. We lived in our ancestral house, which was built in the middle of the 19th century. He lived in ancestral house means उनके दादा परदादा जो है उनके घर में वो रहते थे, and it was built in the 19th century. It was a fairly large pucca house made of limestone and bricks on the Moss Street in Rameshwaram. So he lived in a Moss Street in Rameshwaram, and it is a large pucca house. Pucca house means made up of limestone, bricks and cement. My austere father used to avoid all inessential comforts and luxuries. His father, austere means a very simple, strict and severe. His father is very simple and also he was strict, and he avoided all inessential comforts and luxuries. However, all necessities were provided for in terms of food, medicine or clothes. Although he get all necessity things like food, medicine and clothes. In fact, I would say mine was a very secure childhood, both materially and emotionally. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said that his childhood is very comfortable, very secure, both materially and emotionally. Materially by things and emotionally by feelings. The Second World War broke out in 1939 when I was 8 years old. So, we think that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born in 1931, and when the Second World War broke, he was just 8 years old. For reasons, I have never been able to understand, a sudden demand for tamarind seeds erupted in the market. और उस टाइम पे tamarind seed जो है उनकी डिमांड मार्केट में बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई थी. I used to collect the seeds and sell them to a provision shop of Moss Street. So, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam collect the tamarind seed and he sell them to the provision shop on Moss Street. A day's collection would fetch me a princely sum of 1 anna. Princely sum means generous amount. So, he says that he just got 1 anna. That time, 1 anna is a very big amount that time. My brother-in-law, Jalaluddin, would tell me stories about the war, which I would later attempt to trace in the headlines in Dinamani. So, his brother-in-law, Jalaluddin, tells him some stories about the World War, and then he traces these headlines in Dinamani. Dinamani is Tamil newspaper. Our area, being isolated, was completely unaffected by the war. We all know that Rameshwaram is an island, and his area, being isolated, was completely unaffected. That area was unaffected by the war. But soon India was forced to join Allied force, and something like a state of emergency was declared. And that time we all know that we have learned already in SS that two parties, two forces, Allied nation and Axis nation. So, India forced to join Allied nation, and the emergency means President rule was declared. The first casually come into the form to the suspension of the train halt at Rameshwaram station. फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम क्या हुआ कि रामेश्वरम स्टेशन पे जो ट्रेन रुकती थी वो बंद हो गई। हाल्ट मीन्स जो होल्ड था रामेश्वरम स्टेशन पे वो बंद हो गया सेकंड वर्ल्ड वॉर की वजह से। द न्यूज़पेपर्स हाउ हैड टू बी बंडल्ड एंड थ्रोन आउट फ्रॉम द मूविंग ट्रेन ऑन द रामेश्वरम रोड बिटवीन रामेश्वरम एंड धनुषकोडी, and the newspaper bundle was thrown from the moving train on the Rameshwaram road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi. That forced my cousin Samsuddin, who distributed newspapers in Rameshwaram, to look for a helping hand to catch the bundles, and as if naturally, I feel the slot. Samsuddin helped me earn my first wages, and Samsuddin, his cousin brother, who distributed newspaper in Rameshwaram, he wanted one helping boy to catch the bundles, and as if naturally, he filled a slot. Samsuddin helped him to earn first wages. Half a century later, I can still feel the surge of pride in earning my own money for the first time. And surge of pride means satisfied. हाफ अ सेंचुरी, ये 50 साल पहले की बात है। हाफ अ सेंचुरी मीन्स बिफोर 50 ईयर, सो इट इज 50 ईयर ओल्ड मैटर, एंड he was that time he was very satisfied that he earned his own money for the first time. Every child is born with some inherited characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. Here figures of authority means a powerful people like parents or maybe the teachers. Every child is born with some inherited characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment, and they are trained by figures of authority by their parents or by their teachers. I inherited honesty and self-discipline from my father. From my mother, I inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness, and so did my 3 brothers and sisters. He said that he inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father, and he inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother, and so did my 3 brothers and sisters. जो उनमें क्वालिटी थी वो सारी क्वालिटीज उनके तीनों भाई और बहनों में भी थी। I had 3 close friends in my childhood, Ramnath Shastri, Arvindan and Shiv Prakashan. So, he has 3 best friends, Ramnath Shastri, Arvindam and Shiv Prakashan. All these boys were from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. All these 3 friends are belong to traditional Hindu Brahmin family. As children, none of us ever felt any differences among ourselves because of our religious differences and upbringing. So he says that at that time they never felt any difference amongst themselves because of their religion differences and upbringing. In fact, Ramnath Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri and the high priest of the Rameshwaram temple. Ramnath Shastri, he is the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri. Pakshi Lakshman Shastri is the high priest of the Rameshwaram temple. Later he took over the priesthood of the Rameshwaram temple from his father. Arvindan went into the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrimage, and Shiv Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railway. So, वो जब बड़े होते गए उनके तीनों फ्रेंड्स उनके ऑक्यूपेशन जो है उन्होंने चुन लिया। रामनाथन शास्त्री get her father's occupation. Arvindan went into the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrim people, and Shiv Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways. During the annual Shri Sita Raman Kalyanam ceremony, our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols, Lord, from the temple to the marriage site, situated in the middle of the pond called Ram Tirth, which was near our house. Then Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam explain about one ritual during the annual Shri Sita Raman Kalyanam. In Tamil, Kalyanam ceremony means marriage ceremony. So, वहां पे गॉड राम और सीता माता जी जो है उनके शादी की जो सेरेमनी है वो इनेक्ट करते थे। सो उस टाइम पे डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम जो है वो एक बोट अरेंज करते थे जिसपे वो आइडल मीन्स जो मूर्तियां थी उनको बिठा सके। और वो जो मंदिर था वो पॉन्ड के बीचों बीच था, का नाम था राम तीर्थ, जिसकी वजह से एक प्लेटफॉर्म वो बनाते थे जिसपे मूर्तियों को वहां पे सेट कर सके। सो बचपन से ही उन्होंने रामायण एंड द लाइफ ऑफ द प्रॉफिट, बोथ हिंदू बुक एंड मुस्लिम बुक, बोथ बुक उन्होंने पढ़ी थी और ये उनकी बेड टाइम स्टोरीज थी जो उनकी माता जी और उनकी दादी माँ उन्हें सुनाती थी। सो यहाँ पे हम देख सकते थे कि वहां पे कोई रिलीजियस मैटर बिलोंग नहीं करती थी। डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम एक मुस्लिम फैमिली से बिलोंग करते थे, फिर भी उनकी माता जी जो है और उनकी दादी जी उनको रामायण की स्टोरीज सुनाती थी। One day when I was in the 5th standard at the Rameshwaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to our class. One day when he was in the 5th standard in Rameshwaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to their class. I used to wear a cap which marked me as a Muslim, and I always sat in the front row next to Ramnath Sastri, who wore the sacred thread. Here, sacred thread means religious thread worn by Hindu Brahmins. So, वो जो है वो उन्होंने कैप पहनी हुई थी जो उनको मार्क करती थी, मार्क हिम एज अ मुस्लिम, एंड ही ऑलवेज सैट इन द फ्रंट रो नेक्स्ट टू रामनाथ शास्त्री एंड ही वॉर अ रिलीजियस थ्रेड. द न्यू टीचर could not stomach a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. So, here could not stomach means could not tolerate, could not bear. The new teacher could not bear that the Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. In accordance with our social ranking as the new teacher showed it, I was asked to go and sit on the back bench, and his teacher said him to take a seat at last bench, at the back bench. I felt very sad. At that time, he felt very sad. He was very unhappy, and Ramnath Sastri is also become unhappy. He looked utterly downcast as I shifted to my seat in the last row. That time he felt he could not speak any single word, and he felt a downcast as he shifted his seat in the last row. The image of him weeping when I shifted to the last row left a lasting impression on me. Here, downcast means sad or depressed. At that time, he was very depressed and he was weep. When he shifted to the last row left a lasting impression on him. After a school, we went home and told our respective parents about the incident. After the school, both went to their home and told their respective parents about this incident. Lakshman Sastri summoned the teacher and in our presence told the teacher that he should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. So, Lakshman Sastri is the father of Ramnathan Sastri. So, he noticed the teacher, summon means noticed the teacher and in their presence and told the teacher that he should not spread the poison of social inequality or communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. Here, social inequality means it is based on religious inequality. He bluntly asked the teacher to either apologize or quit the school and the island. Bluntly means directly. He directly asked to the teacher to either apologize to them or quit the school and the island, Rameshwaram. Not only did the teacher regret his behavior, but the strong sense of conviction Lakshman Sastri conveyed ultimately reformed this young teacher. Here, conviction means a strong opinion or belief. At that time, teacher not only regret on his behavior, what he has done, but the strong sense of conviction, a strong opinion or belief in Lakshman Sastri's matter, conveyed ultimately reformed this young teacher. On the whole, the small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid in terms of segregation of different social groups. So, here, segregation means separation of different social group. The Rameshwaram is a very small town, is a very small society, small island, and in that was very rigid in terms of segregation of different social groups. However, my science teacher, Shiva Subramanya Iyer, thought though an orthodox Brahmin with a very conservative wife was something of a rebel, he did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. Now, he said about his science teacher, Subramanyam Iyer. Though he belongs to a orthodox Brahmin family and his wife is very conservative, but he was doing best to break social barriers according to religion so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. Mingle means together, mix with each other. He used to spend hours with me and would say, Kalam, I want you to develop so that you are on par with the highly educated people of the big cities. Here, a par with means equal to. So his science teachers, he spent many hours with him and said that, Kalam, I want you to develop so that you are equal to the highly educated people of the big cities. One day, he invited me to his home for a meal. His wife was horrified at the idea of a Muslim boy being invited to dine in her ritually pure kitchen. So one day, his science teacher Subramanyam Iyer invited him to his home for a meal. Subramanyam Iyer's wife is very conservative. His wife was horrified at the idea of a Muslim boy being invited to dine in her ritually pure kitchen. Ritually pure means kept protected from all outside influences for the observances of religion. She refused to serve me in her kitchen. His wife refused to serve APJ Abdul Kalam in her kitchen. Shiva Subramanyam Iyer was not perturbed. Perturbed means disturbed or angry. Nor did he get angry with his wife, but instead served me with his own hands and sat down beside me to eat his meal. So, Subramanyam Iyer's wife is so conservative. She belongs to so conservative and she was traditional. But that time, Subramanyam Iyer was not perturbed. Perturbed means disturbed. And nor he did angry on his wife. But instead of it, he served Kalam with his own hands and sat down beside him to eat his meal. His wife watched us from behind the kitchen door. His wife watched both of them behind the door. I wondered whether she had observed any difference in the way I eat rice, drank water and cleaned the floor after the meal. At that time, she observed them. Then Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam just think that he wondered that she had observed any differences in the way I ate rice, drank water and cleaned the floor after the meal. When I was leaving his house, Shiva Subramanyam Iyer invited me to join him for dinner again the next weekend. When Kalam leaving his house, again his teacher Shiva Subramanyam Iyer invited him to join them for dinner again the next weekend. Observing my hesitation, he told me not to get upset. Observing his hesitation, he told him not to get upset, saying, once you decide to change the system, such problems have to be confronted. Here confronted means faced. So, उनके टीचर ने उन्हें कहा, उनके चेहरे पे जो हेसिटेशन थी, वो देख के उनके टीचर ने कहा कि अपसेट होने की कोई भी जरूरत नहीं है. अगर तुमने सोच लिया है कि तुम सोसाइटी की सिस्टम को चेंज करना चाहते हो, तो ऐसे कई सारे प्रॉब्लम्स तुम्हें फेस करने होंगे. When I visited his house the next week, Shiv Subramanyam Iyer's wife took me inside her kitchen and served me food with her own hands. When he visited his house next week, Subramanyam Iyer's wife took him inside her kitchen and served him food with her own hands. Then the Second World War was over and India's freedom was imminent. So the Second World War was over and India's freedom was imminent. Indians will build their own India. Imminent means about to take place. So in 1945, the Second World War was over and India's freedom was about to take place. Indians will build their own India, declared Gandhiji. And Gandhiji had declared that Indians will build their own nation. The whole country was filled with a unprecedented optimism. I asked my father for permission to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in the Ramnathpuram. So that time he asked, unprecedented means never seen before. So the whole country was filled with optimism. आशा एक बन चुकी थी कि अब इंडिया को आजादी मिलके ही रहेगी. Then he asked his father to get a permission to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramnathpuram. He told me, if thinking aloud, Abul, I know you have to go away to grow. Then Subramaniam Iyer, his science teacher, told him, if thinking aloud, Abul, he know that I know you have to go away to grow. Does the seagull not fly across the sun alone and without a nest? And he gave example of a seagull, one kind of bird. He says that, does the seagull not fly across the sun alone and without a nest? He quoted Khalil Gibran, to my hesitant mother, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They came through you, but not from you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. So here he quoted Khalil Gibran's thought. Khalil Gibran has written these lines in his poem Your Children, and he said that your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They came through you, but not from you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. So here our chapter is over. So we learned that in this chapter, APJ Abdul Kalam had explained about his childhood, and he shared his feelings and his incidents in childhood. So here we over the chapter. Thank you.